What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. And today's video is about
before and after the making of a bad talking about the women in the hip-hop industry that have to get their bodies done to advance their careers.
Yeah, they have to get lip fillers, cheek fillers, eye lifters, scalp,
mommy makeovers, lipo 360s. Yes,
yeah, the whole mommy 360 kit.
And to combat what I know a few of you are going to say, they wouldn't be as far in their careers if they didn't get this. We're talking about the Glorillas, the Lottos, you know what I'm saying, the Cardi B's and all of those type of situations. First, we're going to start out with none other than Summer Walker.
Right.
Before and after the making of a bad bitty.
Or what she considers herself as one.
After causing public backlash with posts about the current virus on social media, Summer Walker's in the spotlight again, but this time for a different reason. She's left us all shocked after posting new photos and videos in which she's unrecognizable. It looks like the singer has gotten a completely new look with the help of some cosmetic work. But don't get it twisted, Summer doesn't have much shame when it comes to being open about her plastic surgeries. Today we'll break down exactly how Summer has changed her appearance. Summer Walker is a singer and songwriter who rose to fame out of nowhere, it seems. Her debut studio album, Over It, was released last October and got universal praise from critics, debuting at #2 on the Billboard chart. Summer made
and like she was saying right there, you can already see she had already started the lip fillers and already changed her lips.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because
they're all puckered up
and plumped, and it wasn't, you know what I mean, it wasn't even like that, man. So
yeah, so it was
this is
given the start.
Yeah, this is the start of it.
And the start was Over It, and now she's finally over it, so she never was in it.
Yeah, for real, from the start. So you see right there, lips plump. This is what they have to do, man.
Playing games,
and we're going to break this series down, and we have multiple more if y'all want to see right after them. You know what I'm saying? Now we can break down where they was before cosmetic surgeries and BBLs and where they are now. A whole different ball game, you know what I'm saying?
And got universal praise from critics, debuting at #2 on the Billboard chart. Summer made history when this album earned biggest streaming debut ever for a female R&B artist, and also won Best New Artist at the Soul Train Music Awards last year. Just a few years back though, Summer was working on her hustle and looked completely different from the girl we see today. From 2016 to 2018, she had a small cleaning business, Summer So Clean, while at the same time working as a stripper in Atlanta. So really things changed for her in the blink of an eye, and she wasted no time on switching up her look either. Like I mentioned, Summer just posted some pics looking like a whole new person, which has everyone wondering what work the singer had done, so that's what we'll be trying to figure out. What's going on, guys and girls?
During an October 2019 joint interview with Ari Lennox, Summer revealed that she always had a long back that ran straight into her cheeks. Instead of complaining about it, she decided to get butt shots for a more voluptuous appearance. She had her ideal shape, but the only thing that was missing was love. Thankfully, romance was right around the corner. Her debut studio album, Over It, was released in 2019 and was executive produced by London on the track. She and London started dating, and in an Instagram post, Summer said they went bowling, shopping, and to a strip club on their first date. They ended the night at his home, where Summer admitted, "I was being a thought, and then I think I couldn't hold my liquor." LOL, but it was lit.
Probably took her ass to Forever 21.
Summer went on tour, but ultimately canceled it after battling social anxiety. Her relationship was in turmoil as well. She and London broke up a few times, and there were rumors that he had been unfaithful. Amid their relationship drama, an online website reported Summer had gotten a nose job. When the surgery didn't go as planned, the website stated Summer sued the plastic surgeon for $500,000 for botching her nose. We're unable to confirm the validity of the case, but 1 month later, Summer hopped on Instagram Live, and fans noticed right away that her nostrils appeared to be collapsing. One social media user told her she was morphing into Lil' Kim.
Not the Queen Bee. They so damn messy.
Months later, in August 2020, a Beverly Hills plastic surgeon named Dr. Harrison Lee took responsibility for Summer's new nose. Dr. Harrison is also the surgeon behind Caitlyn Jenner's facial transformation.
Not really sure if that elicits confidence or not. I'm just saying.
She and London discovered they were expecting, and Summer welcomed their daughter Bubbles in March 2021.
Didn't my...
See?
That's the story right there of Summer Walker, bro. Knowing she had to get them cakes done, lips, you know what I'm saying? And she was already popping off with the music.
Yeah.
She didn't have to do this, but you heard what the lady said. She felt that her just went straight down past her, you know what I mean? See?
Yeah, you know,
these girls be...
all this, you see the other females doing it, and then you like,
that's what
well,
it was.
wait a minute.
She watched Lil' Kim
if I do this, I look better.
Yeah.
It's always this to look better.
And advance my career.
Right.
Yep. Just like the BBL. What are all the girls say when they got them? Like, oh yeah, I thought that, you know what I mean, it would, you know, better my, you know what I'm saying, on online appear everything. They think that it was just better their man department, all of the above, man.
Yeah.
And that was just Summer Walker. Right here, we'll be jumping over to none other than...
There's this black woman, right, that she went to Turkey to get her nose done, and her shit looked like this, right? And her shit looked like this, you know, and I guess now Glow came out and she just got her nose done. But I really want to let you guys know these two things, right? First thing first, I am an advocate of surgery, because if you don't like something, I'm always an advocate to fix it. However, I'm always, especially when it comes to your face, I'm a real advocate when it, like, please do your research.
This is how you know this is cap, because none of these broke bitches would do that when they were regular. Why ain't they work to save up to get cosmetic surgery? Nope, they're in the eyes, in the spotlight now, in the eyes of other, you know what I'm saying, professional popping women.
Right.
Yeah, because you
women
ain't...
that is of competition.
Yeah, y'all ain't do it then.
No,
Scrutiny.
Females and females don't, there's no real support. No, there's not. When it comes down to
it's
it,
real competition.
Yes. Yep. They're only friends until there is a reason to not be.
Yeah, that's it. Exactly.
You know what I mean? You could take two women and put them up on a platform and have them go back and forth.
Yep.
And they sister girl and everything cool and all that, they cool. But give them a topic and have a conversation, and at some point, one and the other is going to feel that they know more than the other and going to tell the other one that no, in some way or form, that they wrong. So, there's never going to be no agreements. There's no kumbaya. Women always competing against other women, and that's just what it is. That's why everybody is following. But you see them and they all with the BBLs and all of that. It's just a following starter kit.
And you see, this is where you could pull their thread apart from their fabric. She said this: if she's an advocate, if you don't like something, change it. Well, then why don't they do that with their attitudes? Right. Cardi B get on the internet and mouth off and go crazy and spaz. She got daughters and go nuts every time. Why don't you change your attitude? How y'all change because they like it. You heard her. If they don't like it, they'll change it. Right. That shows you right there that they like everything, how she act, the adulteress. Have a married woman just had a sad dude baby, bro. Right. You know we're in 2025.
Yeah, and still actively married.
Yeah.
When somebody get their nose done and y'all automatically go drag them because their nose is like this or their nose is like this, y'all have to remember it's gonna look like that for 5 months. It's gonna look like that for 5 months, and your nose look much healed in a year, but your nose take 3 years to heal. It's not a BBL. It takes time to heal, and you can massage it. You could do red light therapy. You could do lymphatic drainage. It takes a while. Even like Bad Baby. Like even with Bad Baby, she got her nose done, and like right now it looks a little bit like, you know, it looks a little bit stiff because she just got it done. You have to wait a year so your nose could settle. So it goes from this and then it goes like that all the way. Like, I don't know if y'all look at my pictures from 2020 after WAP when I got my nose done. My nose looked crazy for like 6-7 months, and I was panicking. I was about to put my doctor on blast. Like, nigga, you fucked my nose up.
Cardi B is one of the biggest names in the music industry, and she's a Grammy-winning rapper.
Please welcome Cardi B.
And the Grammy goes to Cardi B.
Over the years, she's completely transformed her look. We're going to look closely at the potential cosmetic procedures that she's had to maintain her beautiful appearance. 2010, Cardi B is 17 years old, and this is a great place for us to start because it's at this point that Cardi B is not yet famous. That means she's likely not had any cosmetic or plastic surgery procedures, and she's still in high school. Now, if you look at this photo closely, she has this beautiful oval face. She has these really wide open eyes, a broad nose, beautiful lips that have a 1-to-1 ratio, which is very common for black women. The Caucasian ratio would be 1 to 1.6, but for black women, you want this even ratio of the lips, and she has a very well-defined jawline and beautiful chin. These earlier photos of Cardi B before she was famous really give us a baseline for what her natural features are. She has this gorgeous hairline. She has these really beautiful eyebrows, which I love to see as a hair restoration surgeon. She also has these really plump cheeks that are natural. She has this broad nose and again, this 1-to-1 ratio of her lips. In 2015, Cardi B is now 22 years old and she's making her debut into the public eye. This is VH1's reality show, Love and Hip Hop. Now, this photo of Cardi B, she's done up with makeup. She looks gorgeous. She has these eyebrows. The contouring of her nose was re-enhanced probably with makeup and this 1-to-1 ratio of her lips. What I do want to point out is two things. One, I do notice that she has some acne in her forehead, which is completely normal at this age. It's probably hormonal acne. And the other thing that I want to point out is if we look at this photo of her with her teeth showing, you'll see some irregularity. I don't think she's had anything done to her teeth at this point, but I want you to watch that very carefully because something's about to change. In March 2016, Cardi B is a guest on The Breakfast Club, which is a popular radio show. And what I want you to pay attention to are her teeth. She's not addressed them yet. Now, I understand getting braces can be quite expensive, and I don't think Cardi B probably could afford them when she was younger. Now, if we look at her teeth, we see an irregularity and we see gaps, especially on the bottom teeth. What's really interesting about Cardi B is she later writes a rap song where she talks about fixing her smile, specifically her teeth. Later in 2016, we see a metamorphosis of her smile. It's at this point I believe she's had veneers, which are custom-made porcelain shells that get bonded to the teeth. And we no longer see the irregularities or the gaps on the top and the bottom of her teeth. These porcelain shells make her teeth beautiful, white and pearly, and they're going to make an impact because moving forward, she's going to spend a lot of time in the public eye, so that smile is very important. In 2017, Cardi B is now 25 years old. And beyond the change to her smile, the thing that I can really appreciate is there's a volume change to her cheeks. It's at this point that I think she might be using facial fillers to enhance this area. In 2018, what we can appreciate is that she has thicker eyebrows. It's at this point that I think she's either microblading or tattooing that area. The other thing to point out is she doesn't have the same volume in her cheeks, and that's because facial fillers to this area would only last about a year. In 2019, Cardi B is now 27 years old, and it's at this point I believe she had her first plastic surgery procedure, specifically a rhinoplasty. I noticed that they narrow the bridge of her nose, the tip of her nose, and what I really appreciate is that they didn't touch the alar area and try to bring this inwards because she would have looked Caucasian. And I really emphasize this. I think it's important that you maintain your ethnic look. She's a black female, and usually for black females, this alar area is wider than a Caucasian nose. Anyone who's going for plastic surgery, you should really strive to maintain your ethnic appearance. Otherwise, it's going to look unnatural. In her case, her first rhinoplasty really balances out her face beautifully. What you'll notice in 2020 is her brow looks elevated, specifically laterally. Now, there's three different ways that this could have happened. One, she could have had a brow lift, but she is on the younger side to have a brow lift. Number two, she could have had PDO threads. I'm not a big fan of PDO threads, but that would have elevated the brow, and it could have also given her that cat-like appearance. Again, that could have been makeup. And the third way, and this is probably the more likely way, is she had too much Botox placed centrally, which would have dropped her brow, and they didn't balance that out by giving her Botox up here, and that is the reason why she has this elevation. I call that a Spock-like brow. In 2021, I think she had her second rhinoplasty, and that's because we see a narrowing of the bridge and her nose looks straighter. The other thing to point out is her cheeks look really, really plump, and the result is we see a hollowing in the mid-cheek area. Additionally, I see that she likely also had lip injections because her lips look even more plump. In 2023, I think Cardi B went a little too extreme with the lip fillers. Now with lip fillers, they'll last about a year, but if you ever want to reduce them, you can use something called hyaluronidase, which will break down the lip filler. Now the other thing to point out is her skin. I'm still noticing a lot of acne. Now, I know that Cardi B wears a lot of makeup, and that is not necessarily helping because that does clog the pores. If you do have acne, it's always a good idea to use either a benzoyl peroxide wash and tretinoin cream in the evening time. In 2024, Cardi B is now 32 years old, and what I notice is she continues to use facial fillers in her cheeks as well as in her lips. But the other thing that I want to point out is I'm noticing some hair loss in her hairline. At this point, I think she's experiencing what's called traction alopecia, and that's from wearing wigs or from wearing extensions. That causes irreversible hair loss. You can try topical minoxidil to try to regrow some hair, but really the long-term solution to address that hair loss is with a hair transplant. In 2025, we can really appreciate how beautiful Cardi B is. She has these gorgeous features that I think have been enhanced by plastic surgery and cosmetic procedures. If you have any thoughts.
So you see the Cardi B breakdown on how she put herself together.
Yeah.
Piece by piece by piece, and you see Glorilla
Mrs.
right there.
Potato Head ass
you know
box.
What I mean?
Look
this
at
is
her.
What they do. Look, you know she just wet in the game.
Do this look like F and F?
We saw her. Hell no.
Y'all, do this look like F and F?
Hell
man,
no.
let's just see, man. I gotta see if the F like that F and that. Let's see the F and F glow, y'all. We gotta take y'all back. F and F. We got to just for old time's sake. F and F Glorilla. Let's see. Oh, stop playing with us, man. I know y'all better stop playing with us. Where's that classic part right there? There we go. Stop.
That ain't her.
Now let me do a back and forth with y'all because I'm tired of y'all playing with it.
That ain't her no more.
Yeah, I'm tired. Let's do this right here. We're gonna do that, and then we're gonna do that. Look, y'all.
That ain't her.
Look at that.
That's how she used to look.
Yeah.
And now she look more like she's more lighter, brighter.
Yeah, more Caucasian-y.
Yeah.
Got
boobs.
Nose ain't as fat. Yeah, look, nose nose wide like a straight. You know what I mean? Now look at it, narrow. This is got a little mini BBL. You know what I mean? Think she's sliding that past. Breast, teeth.
Got ass, everything.
So this is
money.
Before and after the making of a bad bitty. This is what we be talking about right here. Look.
Why is it that everything that she got on in the beginning of her, she don't got on in the ending of her? Look at that.
Look at that.
The teeth.
Yeah.
Everything's looking a little different.
Everything's looking a little different. Her whole face, this is more of a boxed shaped face. Now look at it. More defined than, you know what I mean? Because she got the money now. Like everything, she changed her whole, this is what they have to do. You think she would have been able to stay this right here?
Eyebrows.
She would have been like
weaves different.
She done with
nose rings is different.
She done what Sexy Red was supposed to do, which Sexy Red didn't touch herself, but that's what Sexy Red started to, you know what I mean? She done basically hollowed out. Glorilla's still out there dropping, you know what I mean, situations and got more, you know what I mean, more leverage than Sexy Red, you know what I'm saying? But look at this, man. Y'all mean to tell me she didn't have to do this? Look. No NBA player would not holler at her right here. Now, NBA player holler at her right here.
For what?
It's just like that. And last but not least, man, we're going to bring y'all Lotto. Like we told y'all, man, before and after the making of a bad bitty, man, a bad bitty, you know what I mean, is what they're that, right? Well, bad don't have to get all of these surgeries and plumping their cheeks and make their face look. You don't have to do that. So let's see what Lotto have to say.
I don't know. My body was salty. I gained a little weight. Cause I signed my deal when I was 21, when I had just turned 21, and I was just having money and like living a whole new life, eating out. I know I'm a foodie, so now I have the funds to like feed this foodie in me and stuff. So I gained a little weight, and everybody on the internet was calling me bad body and stuff. So I feel like that played a role. I started being a little insecure about my body, I guess. And yeah, people were saying I'm built weird, but like looking back, I mean not weird, but it was like, oh, you built like yo white jeans. That was just saying some dumb shit. And I was just young and impressionable.
Yo, so yeah, right. And you love that new version of you.
Sure
you would not go back to the old version.
Nope.
Because just like Lotto came into the game and we watched her transition. We watched her on that little
the rap game.
Yeah. And she was the small frame that you seen on the one side.
Yeah, like Super Peach.
That picture. Yeah, and now as soon as she got indoctrinated into the game, she had the whole starter kit. She had the buns, the magic
turn yourself into a sex kit. And who did she do a song with? Boozy, talking about pull it out and put on my stomach. Love on the stomach.
Crawling around in lingerie.
Yeah, lingerie. Hey, see, you gotta do that. No one don't want to hear. Look what Suki Hana did, Sexy Red, F&F. She the only one that came in more on some like, you know what I mean? Not like no, you know what I mean? She came in on F niggas free, you know what I mean? Fuck nigga free, like, you know what I mean? But other than that, you gotta turn yourself into a sex. And look, she still had to turn herself into a sex kitten.
Yeah.
She had to. No one would respect Glow if she would have stayed that F&F Glow. And she know that. They like, man, you gotta up your brand now, show. Yeah, you gotta do the female rapper kit.
Yeah.
There it is. The female, get some abs, take 5 or 6 pictures in the gym after you get the surgery to make it look like you was. We know one thing that a woman and humans will do. If you really transform your body and you had to work and sweat and get up and go in the gym time after time to transform your body, like we watched our son do, you're not just going to take 2 or 3 pictures and then pop up like this. No, man, you're going to show like, oh no, I'm going to show them this. I was in there. I really had to sweat for this. I really had to grind for this.
Let us know your thoughts on this matter. Comment down below. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching.